Was Diana Taurasi and Cheryl Swoops right of Clark once she entered the WNBA draft and got drafted #1 to the Indiana Fever? But before we get off into this video and you come across this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And if it's your first time coming across the platform, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, post your comments, share the video out. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. I see everybody in the comment section, #salute, and you know what my mantra is. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. Well, Caitlin Clark's first 3 WNBA games have been a struggle for her, as the Indiana Fever are now 0-3. But before we get off into this video is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek, the official sponsor of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, the #1 rated ticketing app, over 28 million downloads, 70,000 plus events from concerts to sports, all your tickets across the web, all in one place, rated 1 to 10. Green means good, red means bad, and all your tickets are backed by your buyer's guarantee. And remember, use my promo code SimplyBallDropping at checkout to get $20 off your purchase. And just remember, by using my promo code SimplyBallDropping at checkout, you're getting $20 off your purchase. And also know that you're supporting the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Well, let's get right off into it. Well, Caitlin Clark, first 3 games of the WNBA have been a struggle for her. She broke onto the scene. You know what she's done in college with all the, historical, records that she has broken, the 3-point shooting ability. But now in the WNBA, the likes of some veterans and some Hall of Famers and Cheryl Swoops and Diana Taurasi have made comments toward Caitlin Clark. Now, everybody was, really coming at Diana Taurasi saying that she was hating and stuff like that, but she really wasn't. She was basically stating that, coming into the WNBA, it's going to be a struggle for her from the start, but then her game would adapt. And then Cheryl Swoops was on Gil's Arena talking about it last month, was talking about that when she comes into the WNBA, she's going to struggle. It's not going to be like she's playing college basketball where she's going to be able to just come down, shoot these threes uncontested and stuff like that, because these are professional ball players. And, when Cheryl Swoops made her comments, a lot of people, like Jason Whitlock and people like that said that Cheryl Swoops was hating. But, Cheryl Swoops played the game. She's a Hall of Famer. She knows what it takes to play in the WNBA. So she was just giving her critique on what she thought the transition from college to the WNBA would be for Caitlin Clark. And a lot of people took exception to it. And a lot of people took exception to what Diana Taurasi said as well. But Diana Taurasi, what she said, is holding true for these first 3 games for the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark has struggled. Her first game, as a rookie, her first game when they played the Connecticut Suns, Connecticut, she, roughly played 32 minutes. She had 20 points. She had no rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, but she had 10 turnovers. She broke a rookie record in her first game with 10 turnovers. She shot 33% from the field, 36 from 3-point line. She's an excellent free throw shooter. She shot 100%. She was 6 of 6. And then the second game against New York, against Sabrina Escanu, they lost. They got blown out 102-66. She had 9 points in 30 minutes, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and added another 5 turnovers. She shot 25% from the field, 1 of 7 from 3-point line, 14%. She was 4 of 4 from the free throw line, which, 100%. So on the year, she's shooting 100% from the free throw line. Tonight's game, they played against New York again, and they took another L, 91-80. She had one of her better games. She had 22 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, but she turned around, had 8 turnovers. So on the season, and 3 games in, she's averaging 14.5 points a game, 3.5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists, and 7.5 turnovers a game. And she's only shooting 33% from the field, and she's shooting a measly 22.2% from the three-point range. And Diana Taurasi said it was going to be a struggle, but she said her game would pick up. Now, Diana Taurasi sat down and she was on a podcast, and she spoke about it. So let's listen to what Diana Taurasi had to say about Caitlin Clark on her adjustments coming into the WNBA. Let's take a listen.
Diana, everyone is saying Diana Taurasi was right about reality checks.
Big. It's these days everything takes a life of their own. Every little snippet, every little comment, any quote taken out of context. And look, I only said it because when I watch games, and I'm sure you talk to any professional athlete, you just look at what will they look like as a pro,
Facts.
Right? Like you watch college football, college baseball, college hockey, college basketball, and we're just so cemented in the pros that's the way I look at the game. How will it translate? And it's going to translate. But like any college quarterback, it's going to take time.
And you know what else? What you knew that I don't think people understood is just the fast transition. One day you're playing college basketball. The next day you're in the WNBA, and the competition and the size of player, all of it's changed, and you've had no time to take a breath. You've had no time to get in the gym. You knew that, whereas I don't think other people quite understood that.
I mean, Vic, we don't have mini camps and combines. You literally... You get done with school, I don't know, April 5th, you get drafted on April 10th, and you're literally playing your first WNBA game May 1st. I mean, there's not much in between to acclimate to just the physicality, the strength, the quickness, the pace of the game.
That's a great point.
And the only way you get that is by, actually playing in games. And,
repetitions.
And that's what you'll get.
Going back to your experience when you were a rookie and you had that turnaround from UConn, and you were a phenom just like Caitlin Clark is, and your team was pretty good that first year. You had 17 wins that first year. But how long did it take for you to feel comfortable in that transition to the next level for you, Diana?
I mean, I still don't feel comfortable. I mean, it's an uncomfortable league. It's physical. It's a grind. You never feel comfortable. You just get used to, you get used to the things around you, and that's the biggest thing. It's you understand where you can, be effective in a game. And at the same time, she's in an interesting position where, she's played on the ball her whole career.
That's
and
a great
sometimes
point.
you got to get off the ball. That sometimes is a solution.
Now, see, you heard what Diana Taurasi said. Shout out to Bickley and Marata for giving us that footage, giving us that interview. Also, Diana Taurasi made some great points. Coming straight out of college, 4 days later, you're drafted into the WNBA, and there's no training camp. You got a couple preseason games, but your body's still conditioned and coming from college. But at the same time, it's an adjustment. And Diana Taurasi made that abundantly clear that, her game is going to translate from the eye test that she saw in college. Just like she said about the college quarterback, when somebody has it. It's just going to take time. And with Caitlin Clark, I think it's just going to take time. A lot of people thought she was just going to come in the WNBA off and running, continue with her great three-point shooting and things like that. But WNBA, they're physical. They're stronger. They're tougher. They play better defense. A lot of people rebound. You got a lot of people that are hustling. They're in the WNBA for a reason. And when Cheryl Swoops made her comment, when she was on Gil's Arena talking about it, a lot of people, was giving her backlash, said that she was hating on Caitlin Clark. She made some, some things, some suggestions about how Angel Reese would fit in. But Angel Reese, in 3 games, she's doing fairly well. I thought Angel Reese would get bullied around, but she's came in and she's done her thing. She's still relentless on the boards and things like that. And also, Chicago Skies has got a victory tonight, even with the non-services of Cordosa. So Angel Reese is holding her own, but Caitlin Clark, she's a guard, and like Diana Taurasi said, sometimes, being on the ball all your career, now you got to adjust to try to play off the ball, because like I said, some of these people in the WNBA are just as better than you, or just have
the same amount of talent that you have. But, she's adjusting, but it's a struggle right now. And these first 3 games are not really indicative of what she's going to be as a WNBA player. It's just, she just got to make the adjustment. And I think she'll make the adjustment, but Diana Taurasi didn't say nothing wrong. So I don't think that she should have got no backlash for the things that she said. And I don't think Cheryl Swoop should have got backlash for the things that, she uttered as well. But, you got to give Caitlin Clark time. She's an exceptional ball player. She knows how to score. She knows how to put the ball in the basket, but she just has to adjust to the WNBA. But as of right now, she's struggling. So, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. How do y'all think Caitlin Clark has fared over these first 3 games from what I talked about? Leave your comments down. I'd love to hear them. This is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.